welcome to Disney and Beyond, your one-stop shop for all things Disney and pop culture. Today's Friday, so that means it's time for a Friday feature. And with my recent trip to Disneyland Paris, I thought why not give you guys some information on where the best quick service places are inside the parks. So I'm going to be counting down from 5 to 1 of my top 5 favourite quick service places. And all these can be found, as I say, in the parks, and they're all quick service, so it's just usually a quick bite to eat, usually for a relatively good price. So let's take a look. Okay, so first up, at number 5, we have Cafe Hyperion, otherwise known as Videopolis. It's the big building in Discoveryland with the airship outside. The airship is actually from a very unknown Disney film. I think it's called Hyperion, the actual film. But anyway, the food in there is the usual standard theme park food. They've got 4 set menus: fish burger, chicken burger, Jedi burger, which is basically just a usual burger with a Star Wars Jedi logo grilled onto the top of the bun with a Yoda cupcake. Menus, as I say, the prices are between €12.99 and €14.99. I like it in there because you get to watch Trials of the Jedi at the same time, and seasonal events. They have different offerings on the stage. When I was younger, I remember going there and watching Beauty and the Beast on the stage. But yeah, it's a nice large place. It's usually quite busy, and they're not the fastest staff. Last week I waited half an hour just to get a cup of coffee, and it wasn't particularly busy at that time either. So it can be a long wait, it can be quite slow. But it's, as I say, it's good price, you get a good amount of food. They do also have breakfast offerings now, so if you're in the park for the extra magic hours, you can run into, and you want a quick bite to eat, you can run into Cafe Hyperion, and yeah, you can get, I think there's an omelette burger, croissants, pain au chocolat, stuff like that. Usual kind of European breakfast fare. So yeah, that is Cafe Hyperion in Discoveryland. Okay, so number 4. If you're in the Disneyland park and you fancy a hot dog, the number 1 place to go to get a hot dog is Casey's Corner. Casey's Corner is a 1930s, 1940s style hot dog diner type thing, centered around baseball. It's usually found in most of the Disney parks. I know there's one in Orlando, I think there's one in California, and obviously there's one in Disneyland Paris. They mainly do hot dogs and chips. You can get a classic hot dog for €7.99. Cheddar and crispy onion hot dog for €8.49, and hot dog with vegetable chili for $7.49. They also do chicken nuggets, salad, tomatoes, and as I say, chips. As chips are found quite in a lot of places in Disneyland Paris. But yeah, Casey's Corner, again, usually gets very busy, it's very popular, but if you do fancy a hot dog, it is the place to go. They're very nice. You get a huge hot dog, and as I say, they are proper American style hot dogs, and obviously it's centered around baseball, as hot dogs and baseball are the 2 things that go well together. So yeah, Casey's Corner, it's found right at the end of Main Street, right on the corner, hence the name, Casey's Corner. next to the Disney shop along Main Street. You can get to it via actual Main Street, or you can get to it via the Liberty Arcade, where there are some more seats out the back by the Liberty Arcade. It's also right next door to the Donald Duck meet and greet as well. So, yes, sometimes you can glimpse bits of the parade as well. Back in April, I sat in Casey's Corner and watched a bit of the parade from there. You can't see a lot because obviously people line the streets, but you can see the stuff that's up high. So, yeah, that's Casey's Corner along Main Street in the Disneyland Park. Now, number 3 on this list is in the Walt Disney Studio Park, and that is Disney's Blockbuster Cafe. Now, I went in there for a drink back in May, but I never had anything to eat. This time, when I went, I actually did get something to eat, and it was really good. I had the toasted cheese and ham sandwich, the croque monsieur, and it was lovely. The cheese was perfectly melted, the ham was tasty, it was massive as well. It wasn't kind of a small toasted sandwich, it was a huge, probably the size of my face. But yeah, it was absolutely lovely. If you want to get a lighter bite, something a bit smaller, and you don't fancy chips or burgers or that kind of thing, Blockbuster Cafe is the place to go. They do salads, they do sandwiches, as I say, they do toasted sandwiches, wide variety on the menu. Wasn't badly priced either. I think I paid the usual. Most Disney quick service restaurants are around about the same price regardless of what you get. So I think I paid about €14.99, and with that I got the sandwich and a yogurt and a drink, I think, if memory serves me correctly. You can buy them individually in all these restaurants, although they have the set menus, you can go a la carte as well. So you probably pay a little bit more for the item, but it works out cheaper if you don't want the other stuff that comes in with the set menu. So I think I paid about $14.99, and in my opinion it was well worth it. It was so good. Probably the best toasted sandwich I've ever had, because they also put this kind of creamy cheese inside as well as the usual cheese, and it wasn't overly grilled either. Sometimes with toasted sandwiches they over grill the bread and it goes a bit hard, but this was just so soft, so fluffy, so light. It was kind of the perfect snack in the middle of the day to time me over till the evening. So yeah, that is the Disney's Blockbuster Cafe in the movie studio, found opposite Rock and Roller Coaster. So yeah, that's that one. The penultimate quick service restaurant on this list is found right at the back of Frontierland in the Disneyland Park, and that is the Cowboy Cookout. Cowboy Cookout is currently closed, but it was open when I went last week. The menu items, there's 4 set menus, ranging from €12.99 to €15.99. They are a grilled pork sausage with Cajun spices and a salad, or potato wedges. All the items come with potato wedges. The second menu is a smoked barbecue chicken, half a smoked barbecue chicken actually, and that was €13.99, and that was amazing. That is what I had. It was so good. The chicken was moist, it was big, there was plenty of barbecue sauce on it, which was a nice kind of sweet barbecue. Very succulent, very tasty. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Can't recommend that enough. And as I say, they do potato wedges, which is a nice change to chips. Menu 3 is a Charolais burger with wedges or side salad. And menu 4 is smoked pork barbecue ribs. Again with salads or wedges. You can get each of these comes with a different dessert as well. I had the yogurt. I had a choice between yogurt or brownie. Um, it's a Greek style yogurt, so it's kind of just a basic yogurt, but it was tasty. As I say, I cannot recommend the halfway roast chicken. It's amazing. It's just so good. And also in the Cowboy Cookout, if you want a bit of entertainment while you're eating, they do have a band playing. It's obviously a cowboy style, folky, country or western style band, but it's nice to have a little bit of background music as you're eating. We actually spent quite a bit of time in there because we went there the day we got there, and we were just gonna sort of chill for a bit and grab a bite to eat. So yeah, but it's really nice. As I say, it is closed at the moment. I don't know if it's a seasonal restaurant and it's only open during the summer or certain times of the year. I hope not, because I'm hoping it will be open when I go in November. Because I really want to get that chicken again. But yeah, it is highly, highly worth the price. I think €15.99 is a little bit steep for barbecue ribs. I don't know how many ribs you get. I don't know how big the ribs are. As I say, I had half a roast chicken, half a barbecue chicken, which was huge. There was plenty of meat on it as well. It wasn't a scrawny chicken by any means. But yeah, that is Cowboy Cookout in Frontierland in the Disneyland Park. Can't recommend it enough. Fantastic restaurant. Well, we have made it to my top quick service restaurant in Disneyland Paris, and that is Colonel Hatties Pizza Outpost. Now, being the pizza outpost, obviously they do pizza, and the pizza is, apparently, I've never had a pizza, and I'll get to it, the reason why in a moment, but apparently the pizza is very nice. It always looks and smells delicious. We go to Colonel Hattie's every time that I go to Disneyland Paris. It is so nice, and it's usually quite quiet. It does get busy occasionally, but every time that I've been, there's been plenty of seats, and it hasn't been overly busy. Haven't had to wait too long in the queue to get food. They do 3 menu items. They do a rigatoni pasta with salad, and you can have the rigatoni either Neapolitan or bolognese. And then menu 2, which is my favourite, and this is the reason why I go back there time after time, and that is the lasagna. They do a lasagna for $13.99, and with that you get a drink, a garlic bread, which is also amazing. You get actually you get garlic bread with all the items, so you can have a salad or a garlic bread. I always go for the garlic bread because it's so good. The lasagna itself is probably one of the best lasagnas I've ever had, and for a quick service restaurant to produce something of that quality is amazing. It's really, really nice. I really enjoy Colonel Hattie's. It's €13.99 for the lasagna, and it's €12.99 for the rigatoni pasta. And the pizza, I do believe, is not overly priced. It is €14.99. Had to quickly look that up because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Sounds a bit steep for a pizza, but with all these menu items, you do also get a dessert. I usually go for the tiramisu because I like tiramisu. You can also get a yogurt, or I think there is some kind of ice cream offering as well, like a Magnum or something like that, which comes with the pizza. I, as I say, really enjoy Colonel Hattie's. The food is always really good, really well cooked, so tasty, and the atmosphere in there is nice as well. It's got the big tree in the middle that you can see, and yeah, it's kind of reminds me a little bit of Pizza Rizzo in Walt Disney World in Hollywood Studios. Especially with the menu offerings with the tiramisu and the pizza and the lasagna and the pasta. Um, it's just a different theme. Obviously, Colonel Hatties is Jungle Book. It's a Jungle Book theme, and it is in Adventureland. It's kind of off to one side in Adventureland. You have to kind of walk around. If you go from Blockbuster Cafe, which is the entrance to Adventureland, all the way along around past the entrance to Adventure Isle, and carry on going, you will end up at Colonel Hattie's. If you carry on walking past that, you'll end up in Frontierland, I think, if I remember correctly. If you watch the video from last week, part 3, you'll see just where Colonel Hattie's is as we did a walkthrough of Adventureland. So, yeah, it's highly, 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 highly recommend. Number 1, Colonel Hattie's Pizza Outpost in Adventureland in the Disneyland Park. Okay, so that was my top 5 quick service restaurants. Hopefully that will help you out if you're a bit unsure of where to eat in the parks. Eventually, when I've been to a few more of the sit-down restaurants, I will do a top 5 sit-down restaurants in Disneyland Paris. But I tend to go to the quick service restaurants because I usually only go for a couple of nights at a time. So you kind of want to eat where you can get something quick and easy rather than waiting in a restaurant to make an order, have me served, and then eat it, and then pay your bill. And it kind of, you want to maximise your time in the parks. So for me, the quick service places are usually the better option. Having said that, I will eventually do a top 5 sit-down restaurants in Disneyland Paris. So keep an eye out for that. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button, as it really does help us out and really, really does help the channel to grow, and we really, really, really do appreciate it. Also, if you don't want to miss any more Disney and Beyond content, whack that subscribe button, as again, very much appreciated and really does help the channel to grow. Hope you've also enjoyed my Disneyland Paris vlog. It's the first one of the year. I will be doing another one in November, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so that is about it from us. Leave your comments below, as I really do enjoy reading them. Let me know what your favourite quick service restaurant is. Let me know if you've tried any of the ones that I've mentioned. But until next time, take it easy, and to infinity and beyond.